welcome to another edition of 2016 Cast-O-Matic with Mr. Runyon. Welcome, 5th graders. Let's get to work. So you should have already done the application problem. Hopefully you were able to get an answer. If not, you're watching the video because you are stuck. Hopefully, first thing you should do is always raise your hand, see if I can help you within the allotted time. It looks like we have 10 minutes today for this to get it done. So other than that, let's look at our problem. A farmer uses 3/4 of his field to plant corn, 1/6 of his field to plant beans, and the rest to plant wheat. What fraction of his field is used for wheat? So we have to ask ourselves, are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing? Well, what's the whole? So if we read it again, he uses 3/4 of his field to plant corn. So we know the whole is the field. So we could always draw our field. And it says 3/4, so 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to grab our little highlighter. Found out this works a lot easier, and then I don't have to get 2 colors. So would you agree that that is 3/4 of his field? So now, let's keep on reading. So then it says 1/6 of his field to plant beans. So we're going to subtract another 6. But in order to do that, we need to make them even. Because, again, we can't. Creepy old guy still does not want to fight a kid. It's not a fair fight. It's not equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And everything in math is about making it equal. And this is just 1/6. So now, we know that if we take 1/6 away from this field, we'll probably be right about here. We'll get our answer. But we can't just take a 6 away from it. We have to make them equal. Good job. So let's go ahead and make them equal. We're going to find the 1/6 of 3/4. 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, and 3. So now I have, remember, this is nothing more than a simple area model, right? And with area, it's length times width. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 3 by 18 equals, dang it, 18. Add 6 more and you get 24. And then this one we only have a 4, and they should be the same. By 24. And voila, we are good. Okay, so now if we look at it, my original prediction was that we were going to subtract, but if we think about it, if I subtract 1/6 from the 3/4, I'm taking away this whole field right here. Is that what I'm wanting to find out? So when you're predicting, you can always change your answer. You don't always have to go with what you think. So is that what I want to do? No, because we want to figure out what the remainder is, right? So I think let's get another highlighter out. Maybe if we add, so we're going to take these 4, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Funny that we used the green ones for beans. So we know that we have 3/4 for corn. And then this is 1/6 for beans. And there are 2 24ths left for our wheat. Let's use blue. 2 24ths. And that can also be simplified to another number. If you want to tell me, I will give you 50 class dollars. What can you get this simplified to? Let's move on. Okay, so concept number 1. So we get back into what does this stand right here mean? What does that mean? my saying really is that it's a creepy old guy, right? Get it in your head. That equal sign means that something has to be the exact same as the other side. Creepy old guy fights creepy old guy. A kid can't find a creepy old guy. Creepy old guy will get arrested. Not a fair fight. So can we subtract the following? 3 boys take away 1 girl. No! There's no girls. It's 3 boys. There's no girl. So can you do that? No. Can we rename the units so they are like units? Well, what would be a like unit? We could say students. 3 students take away 1 student is 2 students. Woo! Rock on. Oh, time jump. So let's look at it. So the first thing we need to do when we solve 1/2 minus 1/3, we can't take a third from a half, is to find like units before subtracting, because they have to be the same. It's the only way to do it. So what is 1/2 minus 1/3? Well, the first thing we can do is we can look at it. What does 1/2 look like? Well, 1/2 looks like that. 1 out of 2. Or a box just like that, right? It is 1 part colored out of 2 holes. There's 2 parts. 1 is colored, okay? And we're going to take away 1/3, okay? And then that you start to get into just like that. So you're going to take away. So now, the fun thing with doing fractions is a lot of it's just going to be the same. So if you've got the adding part figured out and you know how to subtract, you're going to get this out, I promise you. Well, let's take a look. So we're going to take, oh, so hard to make that half. Did you see that? I think my finger just kind of like that pressing of the button. I mean, my mouth's like, it's really hard. What do I do here? Oh, yeah. We're doing thirds, right? We're going to find a third of a half. Are they like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, they're all the same. Why did I say 8? So now we have 3/6, which is minus 2/6. So they are all equal. Well, if the bottom is the same, you just subtract up top and you're done. 3 minus a 2 is a 1. Strike out on the side. And you don't do 6 minus 6 because it's not 6 minus 6. It's 6 parts. Because remember, with fractions, with decimals, everything is based off of a whole. It's a whole Mario Kart. Okay? It doesn't change. It's always a whole. Sure, I can take a wheel off of it, but it's still a Mario Kart car, and I will have 1 upset kid. So 3/6 minus 2/6 equals 1/6. And that all stemmed from this part right here, from a half minus a third. Let's see if we're right. Boom. 3/6 minus 2/6 equals 1/6. All you do is you subtract it away. You take it away, it's gone. She gone. Bye, Felicia. So same problem using the area rectangle. So this is kind of what we just did. So we had our half. We had 1/3. We made them the same. We subtracted. Boom, boom. You could erase. You could X out. And you're left with 1/6. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Easy peasy, man. We're moving on. Draw models to show equivalent fractions before creating your equation. So what you do now is draw this one on your own on 2A. Go. I have brought a special guest. It's Mickey, all the way from Mickey Mouse Club. Mickey, say hi. Folks, I'm so excited to be doing math. Get out of here, Mickey. My gosh, these are 5th graders. Can't believe you fall for that. So let's see. 1/3 minus 1/4. Modeling equations. Go. So hopefully you drew something similar to this, where you started with 1/3. You started with 1/4. Easy, man. They did this, right? Boom, boom, made it into thirds. Boom, 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 made it into fourths. Now they're equal fractions. You end up with 4/12 and 3/12. Well, now you can subtract. The denominator, the parts of the whole are the same. It's easy to do. And you just take away the 3/12 and you're left with 1/12. Okay, let's take that back. Goodbye. Let's look at 2b. Pause. Go. Are you done? Oh, you're done. So I should stop. I'm paused. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's look at it. Weird guy over here says 1/2 minus 1/5 equals 5/10 minus 2/10, and that equals 3/10. How did little guy get that? Well, let's look at his stick figure. So a strategy that I've told you is you want to get the denominators the same. So I always look at this number right here. So you have 2. I always go to, well, let me back up. So can 2 go into 5 evenly? The answer is no, it's odd. So then I go to the biggest number first. And the reason why is because the biggest number, you're going to have to add more. So 5. Well, what's 5 plus 5? What's next after 5 of multiples? 10. Can 2 go into 10? Yes. How many times? Well, 5 times. 5 goes into 10 twice. So what we do is we just multiply this by 5, or 2. What you do on the bottom, you do on the top. Excellent. So, and you do the same on the other side. But it's not 2 on the other side, because 2 times 2 would be 4, and 5 times 2 is 10, and then you're left with unequal denominators, so you can't do it. So you have to make sure that your denominators are the same. Oh, so how do you get to 10 from 2? You multiply it by 5, so then you're left with 5/10. Hey, Mr. Runyon, 5/10 is half. Yeah. Yes, it is. And then you're subtracting 2/10. Well, and that's where we got here. And then you just subtract 5/10 minus 2/10. Well, remember this part right here stays the same. That's the denominator. It makes up the whole. There are 10 parts. Think of that delicious Hershey's chocolate bar. It's made up into 10 pieces. It doesn't change. It's still a whole. But I could take 5 pieces out. And then I'll give 2 to Mrs. Peterson. It could happen. And what are you left? Well, then you subtract the top. 5 parts. Subtract 2 parts is 3 parts. Excellent. So sorry for wasting your time. Pause. Do number 3. Go. All right. Did you actually do it? Pause it again. Show me. Okay, good. Thank you. Let's look at it. Let's erase first. Okay, so here we go. So now we have 2/3 minus 1/4. So we're getting a little bit harder. So you just start off, you draw 2/3, you have 1/4, you make them the same. And how do you make them the same? Because you combine them. You're finding 1/4 of thirds. Okay, you're splitting each third into 4ths. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1/3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each 1/3, yeah. Or on the other side, you're splitting each fourth into thirds. 1, 2, 3. And you're left with 8/12 minus 3/12. 8 minus 3 is 5. You're left with 5/12. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'd like you to pause and do number 4 and 5. You're done already. Did you like pause it and took 3 minutes? So you should have gotten 3/4 for 4, and for 5 you should have gotten 2/15. If you got those, show me your work for $50. Let's move on. We are now on Thompson. So what I would like, ooh, Mr. Runyon. Ooh, Mr. Runyon, you're making me dizzy. For the following problems, draw a picture using the rectangular fraction model and write the answer. Simplify your answer if possible, and that just means put it into its lowest common denominator, if possible. 1/3 minus 1/4. So I can look at that, and I know that 3 doesn't go into 4. We're going to do this the non-rectangular way first, because I think we need to work on it. 3 doesn't go to 4 evenly. So then Mr. Runyon said, go to your biggest number. Add it. 4 plus 4, we're doing multiples, is 8. 3 doesn't go into 8. The next one is 12. 3 does go into 12. And I know it's 3 times. And what you do on the bottom, you do on the... I really need to get a touch screen. It'd be so much easier. And then you do the same on the other side. How does 3 get to 12? You multiply it by 4. Okay? And then you're left with 4 twelfths, subtract 3 twelfths, and you get 1 twelfth. Okay? I am okay with either method, whichever you prefer. That's always my preference, and whichever makes it easier for you to do, and make sure you get the right answer. But remember, on a test, you have to be able to do this rectangular fraction model if it asks you to do it. So at this time, please solve B. Okay, so you should be done. Let's look at our answer. So we have 2/3, pause, time lapse, unpause. So you should have already solved it. Hopefully it looks something like this if you chose to do the rectangular fraction model. And you end up with 4/6 subtract 3/6. And I'm not going to give you the answer because I hope you can do it. Let's move on. So C and D, if you can do those on your own, go. Okay, so for C, you should have gotten something similar to this. You did 5/6 subtract 1/4. Then you end up with, remember, these are nothing but area models. And area, you just multiply length times width. It's repeated addition, which is nothing more than multiplication. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, which equals 20, right? And then you add 4 more, and you're left with 20 24ths. We're going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 6, they should be the same, is 24. And again, I'm not going to solve it because you are a math wizard and a genius, and I praise you, and I want you to do D. And if you already did, let me pause it and solve it. Time lapse. Untime lapse. So you should have gotten something like this. 2/3 minus 1/7, so you end up with 14/21. Subtract 3/21, then you're a math wizard, so you can solve it. Time lapse again. Let's look at it. Let's keep going down. We've got some beautiful hard questions now. So let's look at this. Mr. Penman had 2/3 liter of salt water. He used 1/5 of a liter for an experiment. How much salt water does Mr. Penman have left? So he has left. Keyword here is used. So he has this amazing bottle of salt water, right? He uses 2/3 of it. So I love drawing pictures. You're more than welcome to draw pictures. Okay? He has 2/3 of it right here, correct? So we don't know what he already used the third on, but we know he used it and it gone. It gone. It's out here. Okay. Well, oops. Highlighter still. So we know that we still have a highlighter. Oh, delete. 2. Thank you. So he uses. So I think we decided it was going to be subtract, right? So again, we have this cool water bottle. He's going to use a little bit of it. And this time he's going to use a fist. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I had a kid last year had a great point. Mr. Runyon, you don't even have to count 5. You can stop at 4 because if you're dividing it into 4s and you're saying one line, 2, 3, 4, you're automatically just add one more and you're at 5. So if I want 7, I only have to create 6. If I want 10, you have to create how many for $50? Let's go. So now we just need to make it even, right? So we've done fifths. Now we need to do our thirds. So 1, 2. And remember, the best thing about this is it does not have to be pretty. You just have to get the answer right. So we've done our thirds, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and there's 2 lines, 2 rows. That gonna be 10. I'm telling you. And there's 3. That gonna be 15. We got ourselves 15, folks. And then subtract 3. 15's again. Well, what is 10 subtract 3? It is something that probably looks like that. Okay. 7 15ths. And simplifying, can 7 go into 15 evenly? No. Let's look at number 3. Sandra says that 4 sevenths minus 1/3 equals 3/4. Because all you have to do is subtract the numerators and subtract the denominators. Convince Sandra that she is wrong. You may draw a rectangular fraction model to support your thinking. So at this time, I'd like you to finish number 3. You can start. I'd like you to finish the exit ticket that comes with the whatever we call them, the flip video, and then you are good to go. And just show me that you're working, and we'll decide what you can do next. Thank you.